So some guys ask me about a practice regime. I do all kinds of different stuff. Depends how I feel shooting, if I feel accurate or not. Anyway, this is just a foam golf ball. Axe is over here hitting. But yeah, they make good targets too. So I'm going to take you through a couple things, what we should do. First thing you want to do is go back as far as you can in your yard and just start shooting. Yeah, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding about the far shots. You don't want to ruin the confidence right off the bat. That was 60 yards, and you know, I haven't been shooting a lot. But we're shooting today. Axe is shooting golf balls. I just shot a golf ball, but I'm shooting my bow. I'm gonna get ready to shoot some squirrels here next week. It's gonna be squirrel season. And I'm just gonna show you a few of my practice routines. I hit a hair high back here because I haven't been shooting at distance so much, but you know what? I never have any shots this far at deer usually anyways where I set up at, because where I live it's really thick, even though I like to practice long distance, because sometime I want to go out west, do some kind of hunt, you know, so I always got to be ready for them long shots, maybe 80 yards and in, 100, whatever, doesn't really matter. So let's do some practicing. I'm going to go up here and show you what's going on. First I'll take another 60 yarder. I ain't even going to stop it. Just spin you around here. Wife's walking out in her skimpy little shorts. Alright, yeah, we'll just shoot right over here. Shoot right over the top of you. You ready, Axe?
I'm not sure about this, Daddy.
You're not? You're not sure?
Yeah, I think it.
I think I hit a little right there. This pretty much just pertains to, this can pertain to anybody, but it's pretty much instinctive bear bow shooters. So I mean, if you're not feeling confident or you're just starting out, this is like 12 or 14 feet away. And for instance, like, let's just shoot at the eyeball on that deer target. Just draw back and hold and get cozy with your hold, so your brain and everything realize that you need to hold at a certain point at this yardage. It just happens that way. You're not shooting with a sight. You can reference your arrow and all that, but over time it all becomes instinctive and you're not looking. So just start close. Even if you're experienced, just come up and shoot some good shots, maintaining good form, back tension, let your fingers fly off that string relaxed, and it'll all come together when you practice close. You just come back, just hold good. Little bit low in the eye. You shoot at smaller stuff, you're going to become a better shot. You don't always have to shoot at the kill zone on a deer. Let's just shoot that eye again. That I hit a little bit low. See, I know my bow pretty good, but I just dropped my bow arm. Another thing you want to do, if you're a finger shooter, carry a bare shaft when you're practicing before all the good stuff gets going, like August 1st when the squirrel season gets in, or deer season. Nobody cares about a bear shaft then. You should already be ready. Like I'll shoot bear shafts out to 30 yards sometimes just seeing what they do. Like I'll shoot a bear shaft at that eye. Don't drop your bow arm. I had absolutely perfect form for what I like. I'm not trying to shoot like anybody else. Your facial configuration, everything's going to be different. I got high cheekbones. I like to hook there. So, and my bear shaft right there, absolutely dead center of that eye and straight. Where we go here. Now since I got these other two arrows, let's just stick them in there. Try to do some, and if you, blah, blah, blah. If you're worried about I'm holding too long, then now's the time to work on that. Like what do you have to shoot fast? Let's draw back, anchor, and try to hit that small eye as quick as you can. Not shooting real erratic because you still want to make a good shot, but long, just hold it to where you feel cozy, let her go. There's another one right by that one. And that was pretty quick for me because usually I'll like to hold and get really steady so I feel confident in my shot. That's just for practice. Like if you're shooting rabbits and stuff, even running whatever, people do it. Like I'll shoot walking deer and stuff like that. Not everybody waits for a perfect shot because if you keep waiting you don't get a shot. So let's do one. Get a little bit closer here. I'm going to stack this. Now I'm just going to hold and get really steady. There's 3 of them right in there. All right, you got the stuff I'm babbling about, it's pretty much unorganized and only bow guys will understand. But I'm just trying to help everybody be proficient with their bows. And that right there, that's a tight group. And I'm only talking 14 foot here. So that's just something I do. You start up close and everything comes together there because you know you're going to hit the ballpark. Always with finger shooting, you cannot collapse, otherwise you're going to get erratic arrow flight. You've got to maintain pressure and just a slight push-pull and then let her go. And usually 9 times out of 10 you'll have great arrow flight, assuming you got all your stuff set for how you shoot. I shoot split. You might shoot 3 under. You might need a 5/8 knocking point. I don't know. You got to get out there and play with it. So let's do something else. I know I've done a few of these already, but sometimes I like watching what other people do also. How they draw back and how they anchor. What does it look like when somebody else does that? Because they're shooting good, and why can't I shoot good? Because I want to try to do it like them. Everybody does that. If you don't do that, you're weird. That's how you learn from other people and their techniques. So if I can control this damn thing. I'm just going to shoot a few so you can see how I do it. I'm going to go right beside the camera. I'll draw back, and I try to do most of my pressure on my middle finger and my index, mostly on my middle finger. Nose sits on the vane or feather. Try to do that every time. And as you practice with your distances, like you're gonna just have to shoot and learn your bow. Like if you're shooting high all the time, like me, if I get my bow cranked up over 55 pounds, I'm hitting about a foot freaking high because I'm not used to that. So I gotta hover around 50 to 52 pounds. I had it at 54 last year for a while, but you know, I still hit high. I like to hold where my body likes to hold because I've done this for so long. Even with my longbows and recurves, they were around 46 to 50 pounds. I couldn't shoot no heavier. And with the stick bows, I shot 3 under. That's just what I feel comfortable doing that with them. But with the compound and this Oneida, I like shooting them split. Look at what you want to hit, come back, hit your anchor. Hold as long as you want. Just turn her loose. Just tune your bow to how you want to shoot it and how it shoots good for you. Because I guarantee you, if I shoot your bow, it might not shoot worth a crap for me. And I'll have to either change arrows up, change arrow spines, do something, arrow lengths, either vanes or feathers. And these are AAE hybrid 26s, and yeah, I know it's synthetic, but they work, and I haven't had a reason to change from them yet. Although I do like feathers. My grandpa always shot feathers when he would shoot for bear archery back in the day, shooting outdoor broadhead tournaments. And when you get that natural push-pull, your hand will just kind of do a little flop. And I'm back up in my old tower here that I practice out of. Got some sorghum growing back there. I hand broadcasted it. There goes a golf ball flying. It's a foam practice ball we always use out in the yard. But yeah, there's Melissa's garden, one of them. Man, this is all stuff you've seen before. There's Axe, he's down there practicing his flop shots. Now, a lot of you guys know I shoot their Oneida Eagle bows. If you, mine's dustier than an SOB here. I mean, if you're ever interested in these, they're fully modificationable. Okay? So don't be afraid to do it. Anybody can work on them. All it is cables. You can change them out. All you have to do is know the basics. They're really easy to work on. They've been around a long time, that's probably why. Some might say you got to worry about these limbs getting in your way when they roll over. Don't worry about that, you get used to it. It's just like shooting a recurve or a longbow. Remember about it and don't put your leg there. Or don't shoot with branches or like part of your ladder stand or whatever by there. It's all common sense. You just got to know. You just got to know to remember things, you know, with your mind. So, I'm just babbling. Hunting season's coming up, and you guys, some of you guys are probably going to try to go bear bow this year. I don't know. This video is for you guys wanting to just learn a few tips. And I don't have all this pre-orchestrated. This is just yard archery babble time. And I'm not sorry for it because I'm not going to pre-plan anything. I'm just going to come out here and make a video because it's real and that's just how I do it. Oh, there you go. You want to look down my bow. I know I always like looking where's other people's arrow rests. Mine ain't that far out from the riser. It's just how it tunes, the way the string probably rolls off my fat fingers because I don't shoot a tab or a glove. So that's how I gotta have it, because I probably have a little more side oscillation in my string. So anyway, when you shoot, make sure you practice your shots. Not up there. Like, take some shots how you're gonna be hunting. You know what I mean? You're shooting up high in a tree. Take some shots up high in a tree. That's a dead baby caribou right there. Then you can spin over here real quick. Let's go for the red knot. Oh, center punched it. This is like 28 or 30 yards from my tower to the targets down there. Now I believe it's 28. But I was holding, it felt good, and I'm sweating my ass off. And I didn't second guess where I was holding, because if I second guessed it, then I would have missed for sure. Then that video, part of that one would have been cut out, because I wouldn't like it. But yeah, I do miss, don't be fooled. But that was really my first shot, so I'm kind of proud of it. So I don't know what else to really tell you about my setup. If I could figure out how to manufacture these big old Martin super quivers, I would. I know how to build stuff. I used to be kind of a machinist. I didn't know a lot, but I knew how to run the machines. So I can make stuff. I'd probably just need to get a mold there and make my own mold for the quiver head. Anyway, I think we're gonna do a couple golf shots here in the yard. I got some junky balls, so I'm gonna get my bow and my arrows all gathered up, and I'm gonna go crack a few balls. I heard gravel, not my driveway. Let's go hit a couple. Probably do a driver shot, and maybe say let's bust a 7-iron out into the woods. Alright guys, here's my golf stuff. If you guys golf, you can relate this really to archery pretty easily, because in order to get better, you have to get better. It's not a team sport. So that's what I've kind of related it to. Now here's what I've came to use as my favorite stuff so far. I have a big Bertha B21 driver, and you can look all this stuff up on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. The B21 with a mid-size golf pride grip, and I'm going to hit that here in a second. And it's a stiff shaft. I had a regular flex shaft, but I had to go stiff, and it helps straighten my drives out more, and I can usually draw it on command. And these are the Callaway Apex 19 irons. They're all forged with the Catalyst 80 6.0 stiff flex shafts with matching grips. These things, when you hit the sweet spot, it just feels awesome. If you know golf stuff very much. But if you don't, then you might. It's a cool little thing to get into, because I mean, you got to know your stuff to get better, ain't it, Axe? Axe, he's a golfer.
Yes.
Yeah. And a couple other of my favorites. I got this. This is one of my favorite things here. It's the Callaway Jaws 56-degree wedge. I've been hitting some good shots with it. If I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll put them right by the cup.
Yeah, hopefully you get a hole in one today.
Okay, and my favorite balls so far, obviously the Titleist Pro V1 I'm pretty good with, but the Callaway Super Soft is one of the good ones that I like. So I'm gonna tee up right over here and bust one with the driver, and then we'll hit a driver or an iron shot. Let's get the hose out of the way. And if you guys noticed, I got a bath towel on my bag because I got to keep it a little bit cheesy out there. I don't want to be too professional.
Like if you chunk too much, you can wipe it from it.
Yep, if you get all sweaty or range, you can take your big bath towel, then wipe everything down. And if you had a little bitty golf towel, heck, the thing fills up with water in no time. And the ground is super hard here because it hasn't rained a lick. Alright, we're just going to set up for a straight shot. And I like my ball. I like it sticking up about 1/2 to 1/4 inch above the top of the driver. And for all you golfers, I was interlocking, but I've been doing the overlap grip now. I found that to be more consistent for me. And it's just, you just got to work at it. I played 22 years ago, and I just started this year. We're about 2.5 months into it again, and because I want to get axe in it, because it's a better sport to be in to me, other than motorsports. But golf, he's going to have to make himself better. I can help him, and a golf coach can, but he's going to have to go all in. And so far, my lowest score has been an 86. And from what I hear, that's pretty freaking good for just starting back. But anyway, you have your good days and your bad days.
Yep.
I like to just square up to it. Get my shoulders pointing where I want to go. Keep that ball on the inside of your left heel. Get the right distance you feel like. And we're just going straight. You'll probably won't be able to see this, but it's going to go dead straight. Right through that tree. And yeah, I'm proud of that. Because I started out and I was doing nothing but slicing. I got a flash face driver so you can see where you make contact. On that shot, you can't really tell because I wiped it off. There's an old ball mark. Anything you're going to draw or hit straight pretty much, you're going to be dead center or out on the toe. If you toe it out here and come an in to out swing, you're going to draw it. It's going to be nice. Over here towards the heel, bud, you're going to be freaking slicing. You're probably going to be pissed off. So that was a nice shot right there. I think we might go play later. And all right, here's the 7-iron. All nice forged Callaway Apex 19s. I got these little head covers too, because I paid for them, and right now I like them so much I don't really want them to rattle around in there and get all beat up. But they're golf clubs. What are you doing to my golf sack, sir?
I'm looking for tees.
Look at this guy.
Where's the tees? Oh, that's your counter ball.
All right, dudes, let's hit an iron shot. I have no golf tracker, and this ain't even golf attire. You don't even need golf attire to be a good golfer. You know that? I'll wear blue jeans and stuff to the course sometimes, and I'll just chip some in, some good flop shots. Poof. It's neat being accurate with a golf ball. Axe, watch out. Hey, don't be raiding my bag. No. Sucker gets in there and steals my good balls. I load him up with everything good. There's a lot of techniques for golf, but I ain't going to go over everything that I've learned so far. But I mean, it'd be fun if you've never done it. Just go get you a starter set.
Like a Stratus.
Yep. And you always want to try to hit the sweet spot on here and maintain a good form.
Nice shot, Dad.
That was freaking badass, wasn't it, dude?
Yep.
Wasn't it?
Of course it was.
Did you see that? Now, that was a little bit right of where I was aiming. We were right there. Caught that out here on the toe a little bit, which I could feel it, but she still went. So it's all fun stuff. I don't know, everything I do I like to make it as hard on myself as possible, and golf's one of them, because I tell you what, my first couple times out there we seen some people that were freaking pissed off throwing their clubs, and I was like, Axe, don't be like them. Heck, I could be your caddy on the PGA one day, and you could go buy a giant hunting ranch just like I always wanted. So if he stays with it, he'll be good. Keep him in archery too, probably get him doing some shoots. Yes, Toots. Dude, she freaking made me a BLT with those cheddar waffles. And tomatoes from the garden. She's like my teleprompter back there. Except I'm undressing her with my eyes. We'll see you guys next time.